Hello there, Kyle again. Today's video is going to review finding the slope-intercept equation of a line given its slope and a point on that line. First off, remember that the slope-intercept equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. The coefficient m represents the slope, and in these problems, this will be given to you. Just don't forget to look out for the phrases for every, per, and for each in the word problems that you're given, as these will help you find the slope in those problems. The constant b represents the y-intercept, which in the context of word problems is also the quote-unquote starting point, so to say. And lastly, the variables x and y represent a set of values which are solutions for the given equation. Or in other words, a pair of values which you can replace x and y with respectively to make the equation true. We're going to be given the slope, or m, and a point, so an x and y value. So all that's really left to solve for to get the slope-intercept equation is the y-intercept. To do that, we'll temporarily substitute in the m, x, and y values that were given, and then solve for b algebraically. When we're writing the final equation in slope-intercept form, remember that x and y are variables, so you won't substitute anything for them. Just plug in the slope and the y-intercept values into the equation, and then you're done. Now, with the multiple mentions of word problems, I hope you've been expecting one as your practice problem, and here they are. Pause the video to try these for yourself. Alrighty, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed these practice problems. Now let's go through them together. Number one helps us break the ice, if you will, and just plainly gives us the x and y coordinates of a point and the slope of the line. If we quite simply plug these values into the generic y equals mx plus b equation and then solve for b, we'll note that our y-intercept is 9. To find the final equation of the line, all we need to do is plug in the slope and the y-intercept back into slope-intercept form, and we'll find that the equation of the line is y equals -2x plus 9. Number 2 presents us with a real-world problem now, so let's go through it step by step. First, why don't we define our variables? We're told that x is the miles traveled in the taxi and y is the cost of that ride. Next, let's look for other information that we're given. We start with your 16-mile taxi ride just cost you $15, which tells us that 16 miles cost $15, giving us a point at 16, 15. Next, we're told that the taxi costs 75 cents per mile, giving us the slope. And it also tells us that there is an initial charge to enter the taxi. And that simply just tells us that we have a non-zero y-intercept in this problem. Notice that the slope was indicated with the phrase for each, and that the y-intercept could be found as the initial fee or cost to even enter the taxi. Now, to find the equation of the line, we'll simply just go through the same process to solve for the y-intercept, substituting in all the information we know, and then we'll find that b equals 3. Plug that back into our slope-intercept form, and our final equation is y equals 0.75x plus 3. Now, number 3 is more of a follow-up question. Firstly, we're asked to find the cost of an 80-mile ride on that specific taxi. And remember that the cost is represented by the y variable, so we're going to be solving for y, and that the distance driven is x. So we're going to substitute 80 for x and then solve. It's just some arithmetic after that, and you'll get that the cost of the ride is a whopping $63. And last but not least, we're asked how much it costs to even start taking the taxi or even get in the taxi in the first place. If you recognize this as the y-intercept, great job. And of course, that means that our answer is going to be $3. If we've traveled 0 miles, then y, or the cost, is simply just going to equal 3. So our y-intercept is $3. With that, I hope this review video has helped you with finding the slope-intercept form of an equation given the slope and a point. Have a wonderful day, take care of yourself, and always ask questions if you have any.